Now, if you live in Florida, you might have heard about one of the most deadliest weather events in Florida's history. Some people call it the night of the tornadoes. If you haven't, don't worry. I did some digging. Let's get into it. Now, back in 1998, the state of Florida, Central Florida, had a bad weather storm coming in, and it was supposed to be dropping a lot of tornadoes. Now, here's the thing about this storm, okay? The bad weather wasn't supposed to hit until after sundown, all right? But before the sun went down, a couple tornadoes had already made landfall. Now, out of the few tornadoes that already made landfall before sundown, they had already made, significant damage in the Central Florida area. Now, this is the crazy thing about it, because the storm that was supposed to be hitting the Central Florida area hadn't even gotten there yet. They was just getting like the outskirts of it. And with them already getting tornadoes, they was like, man, this is really bad. So a lot of the residents in the Central Florida area still was on the lookout. But now that the storm is running through, they're just getting really bad weather and no tornadoes are touching down. But somewhere around 1 o'clock in the morning, things get really wild. And I'm talking about really crazy. Look at this. Look at the cloud. Look at this. I've seen tornadoes, right? And been in the area of a tornado, okay? It's the most terrifying thing in the world. But if you was to look out your window and see this just looking at it is more terrifying. Throughout the middle of the night, there's multiple tornadoes just touching down. And it's devastating every area, neighborhood that it's hitting. See, the thing about the storm, it wasn't just over one location. It was pretty much all of Central Florida. I think it was covering the whole state. But the worst of it was right here in the Kissimmee area, right? And that's where a lot of the damage was. But this is just day one. We still hadn't got to the storm coming across here the next morning when things wake up. But y'all check this out. Now, the storm wasn't over, because the following day, more tornadoes were hitting, and it rode the whole I-4 corridor. That's how they put it in the article. It rode the I-4 corridor and tore up everything along I-4 in Central Florida. Now look, I want to go over the stats real quick of this tornado outbreak, all right? So this happened between February 21st and through February 23rd, 2 days, all right, 1998. 15 tornadoes touched down in that 2-day period in Central Florida. 15! Now, the largest tornado was an F3, all right? And the duration of it was 1 day, 8 hours and 25 minutes, all right? The reason why it's giving you the 21st through the 23rd is because these happened in the middle of the nights on the 21st and the 22nd to the 23rd. I had to do my research on that, sorry. Got a little confused. Now, out of these 15 tornadoes, all right, it was 42 fatalities, 259 injuries, all right? And the damage that it caused was 107, a little bit over 107 million, all right? Today, that's about 201 million. And that's crazy. That's a lot of damage being done in a 1 day, 8-hour period. Now, tornadoes to Florida is nothing new, all right? We get them all the time. But when they come like this, when it's a bunch of them at one time doing a lot of damage, that's really scary. But they said that this tornado outbreak was the most deadliest tornado event in Florida's history, all right? So the more you know, peace.